Jazz funk is perhaps the most brilliant paradox in modern choreography. Despite its name, almost nothing remains of strict jazz technique, just a ghost of a memory. This style was not born in quiet academic studios or on classical stages, but on noisy streets and in small rehearsal rooms, where commercial dance was searching for a bolder language. By nature, jazz funk is totally eclectic. It has no rigid rules or fixed canon. Its one and only constant is the absolute freedom of the performer. And if you look at the world stage today, it's clear that jazz funk has long outgrown being a local dance experiment. It has become a universal language of self-expression.
Вы можете смотреть этот стиль.
You can see this style when, for example, J-Lo or Beyoncé are dancing and there are dancers behind them. That is jazz funk. It's very popular right now. It's a mix of all styles. Hip-hop is mixed in. You could even call it all styles mixed into jazz funk. Basically, it's a combination of different choreography styles in a slightly girly manner. You have to do it all femininely, charismatically, and there aren't really any rules. There is no specific technique like in hip-hop, for example, or like in other styles. In jazz funk, on the contrary, you feel freedom. The freer a person moves, the better. And the more different styles they combine, the more interesting it looks.
Тем интереснее это смотрится.
A Western trend picked up by viral social media algorithms crossed borders in an instant and landed on the smartphones of young people in Kazakhstan. What first looked like a fleeting online fad or flashy music video aesthetic put down deep roots in no time. In just the last year or two, Almaty and other major cities have seen a real boom. Dance studios started opening specialized classes en masse, and dancers quickly moved beyond just blindly copying short clips. A local school with its own unique character is emerging right before our eyes. Since jazz funk has no rigid core, local choreographers have started bringing their own flow into it, mixing it with personal energy and experimenting boldly.
Вообще, это направление, оно...
I would call this style actively booming right now. It's gaining huge popularity. It's almost the most popular style now, as I said, both among guys and girls. What's also great about jazz funk is you can choreograph it to any track. If you do hip-hop to hip-hop music, locking to funk, here you can do anything. That's what I love about it. Jazz funk is about freedom. It's when you can fully express your inner state, your emotions. Or if you want to tell a story, you can convey any idea very easily through jazz funk. That's why I love this style.
Очень легко донести какую-то мысль. Поэтому я люблю это направление.
While in classical dance disciplines it takes years to build a foundation, jazz funk offers a different philosophy. The philosophy of a free artist who would rather burn out from emotion than fade away in the dull harmony of perfect lines. Here reigns a paradox that could drive any ballet master crazy. In jazz funk, performance doesn't just accompany the dance, it is the dance. It is its very core. Here, strict rules are replaced by a personal spark that turns every dancer into their own universe. In traditional hip-hop or in a ballet class, a student first hones their technique, measures out trajectories down to the millimeter, and only after long months is allowed on stage. In jazz funk, it's the exact opposite. First, a person lets in untamed energy, tries on a living emotion, jokes at rehearsal with like-minded people, and only then is a unique technique built upon that pulsating substance. The real foundation of jazz funk is that it has no foundation at all. The style has no rules. Its technique is born right in the moment of performance, absorbing the choreographer's eccentricity, their quirky moves, and absolute freedom. That's why to any music, whether it's underground or hip-hop, a dancer can tell a deep story without looking back at rules that simply don't exist.
Speaking of jazz funk, it's a style of freedom. There are no limits, as I said before. And for those guys who want to show themselves to the fullest, to express their personality to the max, this is perfect for them. And jazz funk has no gender. This style can be danced by both girls and guys. And I will be happy to see guys in my team who are ready to dance this style. Still, jazz funk doesn't have a strictly feminine energy. Jazz funk has masculine elements, if we take hip-hop, for example. As well as feminine, everything is combined. So jazz funk is for everyone. It's like pop music, it's for everyone.
Это как попса. Это для всех.
Mixed blood runs through the veins of jazz funk. It absorbs with equal passion the brutal, cutting power of hip-hop and the soft, flowing waves of feminine movement. It's a hybrid where masculine and feminine elements merge into one with the ease of good pop music that everyone understands. Inside a dance studio, you can meet 5-year-old kids and people in their 30s, and teenagers ready to challenge the usual cliches.
Джаз-фанк, он раскрывает то, как я...
For me, jazz funk is how I see the world. Through my dancing, I show people who I really am. We all dance differently. We can learn the same choreography, the same style, but everyone will still move in their own way.
Одну хореографию, один стиль, но при этом все равно движения будут отличаться как-то. То есть кто-то танцует ниже.
Some dance slower, some bigger, some are super clean and controlled. Some just let it go and live in the moment. And yes, technique matters, even what you wear.
Про техничность я бы сказала, да, потому что, например, оверсайз одежда, она...
Oversized clothes give you that big, wide effect. You take up more space. Tight clothes, on the other hand, let the audience see every wave, every little detail. So it really does help.
Видеть именно волны и все маленькие моменты. Так что да, это очень помогает, я считаю. Это очень помогает.
Kazakhstan's dance scene is booming right now. Competitions and major championships running non-stop all year long. For a beginner, stepping into that world for the first time is a real turning point. What started as just a hobby to blow off steam after work quickly turns into a true passion, a real discipline, thanks to experienced mentors and driven choreographers. Every rehearsal becomes a step toward a big dream, and it takes full focus and total dedication.
Частая ошибка — это
A mistake a lot of beginners make is trying to dance exactly like the choreographer right from the start. When you're just starting out, that's physically impossible. You don't have the experience, you don't have the foundation, and that skill only comes with time. And when it doesn't come out perfectly the first time, people get in their own heads. And some even quit dancing completely. That's a huge mistake. I didn't start that long ago myself, and now I'm on stage winning prizes. I've grown so much in just 2 years.
Выступаю на сцене, занимаю места, и я очень сильно выросла за 2 года всего лишь-то.
But the most interesting part of this culture isn't on stage under the lights, it's backstage. Unlike traditional sports where everyone is a rival, the jazz funk community is surprisingly warm and supportive. There is no toxic competition behind the scenes at major championships. Dancers from different crews have known each other for years. They hang out, they chat, and they genuinely cheer each other on before they go out to perform.
Если честно, то я, в принципе, не особо волнуюсь перед выступлениями, но когда такое бывает, то, что я понимаю, то, что...
To be honest, I don't really get nervous before going on stage. But when I know we are up against strong competitors, I tell myself, in the end, you are going on stage not to win something, but to gain something new for yourself. To contribute to the team, to get experience.
Вклад в команду, чтобы ты...
And every training is a big step towards my dream. It's a big step towards a big future, I believe. Because it's constant training that hardens you as a dancer and as an athlete.
Постоянные тренировки — это то, что закаляет тебя как танцора и, в принципе, как спортсмена.
Behind every bright performance, every sharp move and expressive look, there is always a solid foundation. A dance studio that acts as a real incubator for talent. In Kazakhstan, a great example of this evolution is this dance school in Almaty, which since its founding in 2013 has grown from a modest single hall into a large network. The real power of such places is their amazing ability to bring generations together. They teach all kinds of modern styles, from K-pop and hip-hop to breaking and jazz funk. But jazz funk requires a very special, delicate approach from teachers. A teacher in jazz funk is not just a choreographer going through routines from a manual. They are a mentor, a psychologist, and a main source of inspiration. It's on the initiative of choreographers that studios start nurturing professional artists. A mentor knows how to spot hidden potential in an ordinary student in time, to support that spark and channel their energy in the right direction. From such proactive groups, closed competitive teams are gradually formed, ready to enter championships and fight for top prizes. The atmosphere created in the studio turns an ordinary dance class into a place of power, where everyone gains confidence, finds true friends, and discovers new, previously unknown sides of themselves.
Я
я занимаюсь.
I've been dancing since I was 3 years old. For a long time, I couldn't decide whose class to join, and a friend recommended Dana. I came to her trial class, and I liked it so much that I decided to stay. In the team, we shot a lot of dance video projects, we leveled up, and at the space we made it to the closed team.
На танцах я нашла новых подруг себе.
I found new friends through dance. We hang out outside of class. I feel comfortable with them. I even created my own routines with 2 of the girls. I'm improving not only in our regular classes, I'm growing on my own too, together with my friends. I want to achieve much more, and I really hope that with Dana we can do it. That with all the girls we will try to open new doors together, enter different championships. And now we have a group, or rather our team. We will perform at different champs, we will put ourselves out there everywhere.
Будем везде, везде будем открываться.
The story of this dance crew is a vivid and incredibly sincere example of how a powerful creative union can be born from chance encounters, social media, and simple human curiosity. What started as just getting to know the style quickly grew into something much bigger. Regular trainings, shooting dance video projects, trying out choreographies together, and constantly leveling up naturally brought the girls together. As a result, this creative impulse logically transformed into the creation of this team, which has become a real dance family for each member. The team members don't just learn standard routines, they actively grow outside of regular training. They try to create their own choreography. They hang out together in their free time and find true friends. Building a single organism out of different individuals takes time, but it is this emotional bond that becomes the main secret of success.
Performance plays a huge role in jazz funk. I would say it's almost the main thing. I've noticed a pattern specific to jazz funk. The technique comes after the performance, after a person has already taken on certain traits. For example, my students are very fun. They love to have fun, to joke around in class. You will see now, we usually have a lot of jokes in our classes, and my choreographies suit them because I myself am a cheerful person. I like to put in some quirky moves to experiment. And naturally, they get it, they feel it, and then their technique starts to form. It's not like in hip-hop. First you work on technique, lines, groove, and only then you get performance. Here it's the other way around. The sooner you feel that energy, the faster your technique will come, and it will be unique. Jazz funk has no foundation.
Jazz funk perfectly illustrates an important life lesson. True mastery doesn't come for free. It is built gradually through consistent hard work. Constant discipline in the studio hardens not only the body, but also the spirit, turning a shy beginner into a confident artist. Just a couple of years of hard work can lead to an incredible transformation, proving that any barrier is just a temporary point of growth. Looking into the future of jazz funk, there is no doubt that this style is set for an even bigger boom. The global scene and the scene here in Kazakhstan are quickly outgrowing the rigidity of the usual canons because the audience and the industry are hungry for a living fusion, a unique signature, and bold experiments. Today, jazz funk has already become the unspoken standard for backup dancing in music videos, in the K-pop industry, and in large-scale stage shows. In Kazakhstan, this style will continue to progress rapidly, turning from a trendy movement into a powerful institution of self-expression. Jazz funk gives a person the most valuable thing: the opportunity to be heard, to speak to the audience without pretense, and to broadcast their own undistorted truth to the world.